Hey, it's your old pal Foggy here. What's going on, everybody? Oh my goodness, what is that? Oh man. I don't think he's, I don't think he's ready to go yet. He's still forming.
Oh, I am still forming, and my voice is, I don't know, it's over here.
Yeah, it's over there.
And now my voice is over here.
Okay, man. This is freaking me out a little bit, man. I'm gonna get out of here while you work on this thing, man. Oh, man. I'm getting in my box over here. Okay, Foggy, here. We'll help you. Come on here. Here's your box here. There you go. You okay? I'm okay, man. Shut the door, man. See you later, man. Take care. Hi, Foggy. Oh my. I don't know where he's going. A lot of power for a little goblin. Okay, now we're gonna put I got a pattern here for a foam mouth plate, and I've got 2 pieces of foam. These are gonna go inside. There's one like this inside Foggy's upper mouth. So I'm gonna peel the sticky off of here. And we'll line this up on here. Okay. Trace this. All right, let's cut this out. You guys know, never with fabric. Cut foam with fabric shears. No, that would be a crime. Okay, let's cut it with the little cutter bee scissors. I love these little cutter bee scissors. Are quick. Okay. Very sharp. Okay, there's our little plate. And let's turn him inside out and put it in here. You can't put these in just by reaching up in here and doing it, but take that foam out. It's not attached yet. Okay. Now, yeah, we're just gonna peel the sticky off this and put it right here like this. Yep. Easy to do. And it, just for being something that's sticky backed, it actually seems like it's gonna last for a long time. I'm gonna put it just on the other side of that tongue. There. So it's on there like that. Yeah, I can feel that. Gives me a place for my fingers to just grip onto. I usually puppet Foggy left-handed, even though I am right-handed. I usually get up in there, and then I can just put my fingertip, like it's this fingertip, I just put right on top of it, and yeah, now this foam needs to go back up in here. And I think next thing is some eye placement. So we did all this sewing here. I need to show that clip. I haven't shown that clip yet, so I need to show that clip. So I filmed making one arm, sewing one arm up and sewing it, installing it as I went down the body. So I installed the arm as I went. I could have sewed down the body and left a hole and then put the arm into that hole, but I just did it around one side and then back up and then down the side. So I filmed that. Since it's double on the other side, I didn't film that, but it's probably about 2 hours of sewing. So I filmed about an hour's worth of sewing or 40 minutes of sewing. You know, there was a few other little things I did in there that I didn't film. Like I didn't film making that pattern off of Foggy's mouth plate a minute ago, but I did that. But anyway, I got it condensed down to about 5 minutes. So we'll check that out now, and then we'll come back and we'll think about poking some holes in here for the eyes, figuring out where they need to go. Eye placement's gonna be critical. Critical role, man. Here you can see I'm looking at that arm. I am tucking in that fabric. When you are sewing with this fur, or really sewing anything like the method I'm doing here, it is beneficial to spend a lot of time lining things up, relining them up, lining them up again, making sure everything is lined up, and adjusting that as you go. So you almost do more time adjusting your grip and than you do actually sewing. So you're going around the end of it here, clipping my thread, sewing a little bit in the car, sewing back at home now, sewing for a minute in the park, yes, sewing. So I make the arm like this inside out, and then I will flip it around. Sometimes I sew straight from one end to the other. Sometimes I sew and from the ends and meet in the middle. I think I'm meeting somewhere in the middle here. Using that chopstick still to push things down. Okay, I'm about ready now to flip this. Okay, here we're flipping it. Use that chopstick to poke it through there. And the fur still needs combing and adjusting, and so I'll take that chopstick and run it around all the seam lines and fluff it and pop any ones that have gotten trapped. Now I'm flipping the puppet inside out, and I'm taking the sleeve right side out but putting it inside the puppet, and then I'm sewing that way with the good side to the good side. So when the puppet's reversed, the arm will come out and be in the right place. So I'm clipping this into place here with these little sewing clips that I love to use. Like I said, I prefer doing this as to pinning it. There's advantages to both, but you can sometimes pin things tighter. Then you could use these clamps because you can get a little closer, but I don't know. The clamps even have a little hole in the middle of them. Sometimes I've used that little feature in a way. But sewing down towards the bottom and then back up the other side. It is mostly just taking time to align things. And every time make sure your needle is getting through all the layers. Sometimes there's a mistake. Sometimes a material is not grabbed sufficiently. It's too near the edge and it's going to rip through. And so a little deeper stitch needs to be taken. So I just take time and I check those things out. after I get it sewed, I'll flip it around and I'll examine all the seams up close and stretch them out and look at them and see if they're going to hold and see if they're doing the job. Oh, we were watching Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning. Another YouTube show that we watch most every day. They're on their summer schedule, but it's a good show. They were doing blind taste testing today. Sewing that edge fast. I just got it sped up pretty fast. I'm sitting at the table sewing. Fun. All right, you can see where we are now. We have our Foggy clone looking like this. And it's been a few days since we've filmed because we've been so busy doing other things. We had a Route 66, some Route 66 videos we did, and I also made a new blue puppet, which I will be showing here too in the next crafting video to kind of help me work out some things on this one. So we've got the horn pattern here, and so we're going to make these horns next before we do kind of some of the more hardware type things like the eyes and the arm rods. Now, we might make this stuff before we make the legs and the tail. So, but the legs and the tail will be easy compared to some of this other stuff. But I think I'm pretty happy with these results that I'm getting. The teeth aren't perfect. I just know some things I could do better on the teeth, and I did better on this other one that I made, which I'll be showing soon. All right, so let's get busy. Let's work on these horns here. Here I'm tracing out the pattern. So I trace it twice. I'm just showing, making one of the horns here. Here I am sewing around it. Yes, I'm using white thread, but when I hand stitch around it, I'll use some yellow. So there they are. I'm cutting it out very close. And now I'm getting ready to start hand sewing around it. So this takes a little while because I go pretty tight little stitches. I try to encapsulate the lock stitch thread from the sewing machine. So I'm kind of going with that lock stitch will be inside that whip stitch, if that makes sense. It's overkill. It's way overkill on something like this. I don't even know if the original Foggy, if I did this on the original Foggy or if I just used the sewing machine and turned them inside out. Foggy's horns do have kind of an asymmetry to them where one kind of wants to go forward and one goes back. Don't know if that's gonna come out in this one or not. I don't know how much control I have over little variables that happen when they're being installed, which you'll see in the next video how they're installed inside from the inside basically. So I'm still just sewing here. You can see Ziggy there getting some cuddles. Oh, he's so spoiled. He gets some time out every day to get some attention. There he goes. Now I'm sitting at the table, coming to the end of the horn here. Now, actually, I messed this up. This one actually turned out to be a little too kind of chunky and not quite the right shape. So I repatterned and remade it, but it's all the same, the sewing. It looks exactly the same, pretty much. So so I didn't film that part, but I did wind up redoing them. And I'm stuffing them maybe a little bit tighter with a little bit more stuffing than Foggy's are originally stuffed with, but I think that's better, make them a little tighter. So now I'm turning it inside out, and then I'm going to stuff it
with a little polyfill. Here we go, stuffing it with some polyfill. And of course, this is the one that didn't turn out, but that's okay. There's Ziggy on his cage. All right. Okay, we got the horn finally. I had to remake it though. So I filmed making another one, but that one was a little bit the wrong shape, a little bit wrong, so I made it again, and it's pretty good. It'll go on here. We'll figure it out now. The horns will attach and exactly where they need to go and what kind of angle it needs to be in there at. We'll figure that out in the next video. All right, thanks for watching.